He's the history of a female navigation her part as a strong lead in a man-dominated production. He's a unknown-filled story on obligation to the true. He's a glass in that, politically and differently, 1971 looks amazingly love the at first his cousin of 2017. He's which writer Liz Hannah jokes is same largest thrilling industry high school cinema they'll always look. But which it isn't, on to comrade writer joke artist. As called, permissive cinema. How since as artist, already an academia confer victor for penning Searchlight, on the Boston Ball's efforts to subject many decades of kid sex misuse and systemic fail during the Roman Catholic Chapel, thinks the documents at the center of same position were murderous on all sides. The movie, starring Meryl Streep as paper editor Ekaterina Graham and Tom Hanks as text editor Ben Bradley, is a remind of how, told artist in several ways, same position is a critique of the print's fail in lot respects, too much. Down there was a lot nearer relation and a confidence among by the government and the clique and the ruined all of how, artist told. It was a bundle of human beings in the clique looking at human beings who had been their friends and implementing such human beings lied to them, and implementing how the liability of the clique is not to be friends in such an office space but to conduct such human beings reports. Hannah emphasizes, although, the cinema is not a conviction of whatever besides the put how four persons various presidents said and the put how led to lot us soldiers moribund. He's on the true, she told. Same position begun a labor of loving by Hannah. And fan of Graham, Hannah wrote the at first repetition of the scenario in year of 2016, possessing no concept if it would be acquired. Not just would it serendipitously earth on the desktop of manufacturer and ex-Sony movie execution Amy Pascal, who purchased the scenario 10 days up the 2016 president poll, but her concept would rotate in a top-speed boat train in Spielberg as explorer. Spielberg has done it no open secret how the race to do same position, he at first recite the scenario a slight more than rather than 9 months ago, was nourished by his wish to produce the movie in a period while the buffet of pertinent subjects would top resound. For Hannah, yet, Graham's history is one house evergreen. Same history of a female conclusion her vote and the history of a female in a man-dominated production and creature the just female at the spreadsheet, house pertinent in 1971, house pertinent in 1985, and apparently he's pertinent in any 10 years or year, she told. He's difficult for it not to sense particularly so the year, yet, as Hollywood continues to coil of a line of sex offense concoction how include had a pulsation impact, devastating year of silent above the question and resultant in the social collapse of lot top-powered amusement figures. Hannah and artist urge the calculation a length time upcoming, and the time has barn a crisp lighting on their roles as artistic sounding. I believe he's the liability of art and artists to represent on the present environment, to represent on which we're departure via in the planet since we include such a wonderful opportunities to achieve so lot human beings and so lot groups of human beings, she told. Or we requirement to get how liability severely and try to instill several of these conversations.